the beautiful shoreline of Virginia Beach, one of the first resort cities in America. Virginia, also one of the very first states to legalize mixed martial arts. And tonight, state pride is on the line as the Virginia Destroyers enter the Elite Amateur Fight League and welcome the Florida Force for a battle on the beach to open Season 3 of the EAFL. Hello again, everybody. Jim Greasehaber along with UFC bantamweight Frankie Saenz. And Frankie, we've been waiting for this one for a long time to come. East Coast EAFL, Virginia, and Florida. It is going to be a great one here tonight.
Yeah, you know what? What I love about the EAFL is it brings professionalism at the amateur level.
But what an opportunity for these young fighters. The Florida Force, American top team, everybody knows the gym. Fighters like Tyron Woodley, Amanda Nunes, Colby Covington call ATT home, but they've spread throughout the whole entire state of Florida. For Coach Doug Gelman and his staff, Ben Stark and Glenn Mincer, they had 200 fighters, 200 show up for their tryout for this team.
World-class facilities and really just world-class talent. It's hard not to be the best in the world.
Yeah, no doubt. And meanwhile, for Rick McCoy, Scott Howard, and Kenny Goodrow of this Virginia team, they're combining forces, some of the best gyms and the best promotions in the state, putting their best together, working together to put their state on the map and take on American top team.
Yeah, you know, with gyms like the Lab Fredericksburg, MMA Institute, and Disciples MMA, I mean, these guys joined forces to show they are the best in the country.
And they told me, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they said even if American top team in Florida leave here with a win, they're going to be feeling it when they leave. So Florida's in for a fight. Season 3 of the EAFL about to get started. Jim Greasehaber, Frankie Saenz. This is the Elite Amateur Fight League.
Precision beats power, and timing beats speed. Now is the time to invest in the Elite Amateur Fight League, the NCAA version of mixed martial arts. Imagine a world without a college football national champ or without March Madness. Now is your opportunity to become part of the ownership group that brings that Final Four excitement to the sport of MMA. Come be part of the only national amateur MMA league in the country. Be part of sports history. Own a piece of the Elite Amateur Fight League. The future fights here. Invest today on WeFunder.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Virginia Beach, Virginia and the Elite Amateur Fight League. We are set for the opening bout of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He steps inside the cage this evening with a record of 2 victories, opposite 2 defeats, representing Disciple MMA, Mike CAPONE. His opponent awaits and fights out of the red corner. His record 8 victories, opposite a single defeat, representing American top team, ADRIAN HALY. Your referee, Chandler Goins.
This first matchup about to get underway. Jim Greasehaber, Frankie Saenz in Virginia Beach, and Frankie, ADRIAN HALY for Florida. They're fighting out of the red corner. The blue corner is Virginia, Michael Gangster Capone. I guess if your last name's Capone, Gangster's a pretty good nickname for you. Capone, 24 years of age. He's been fighting about 2.5 years, just 20. Is ADRIAN HALY had his first fight in September of 2016. He's already had 10 fights as an amateur. These two guys getting it going between 2 of the premier states for MMA. Of course, everybody knows American top team, but on the Virginia side, they're looking to make a name for themselves for Disciple MMA. Kenny Goodrow and Scott Howard coaching Michael Capone.
Yeah, Michael Capone putting it on him early. You know, as we heard from the coaches, he's that high energy guy. You know, he's going to push that pace all fight and look to tire Adrian out.
He is. He's a good wrestler, a very good cardio. They say he's as good late in the fight as he is early in the fight. From Winchester, Virginia, helps coach and matchmake. His girlfriend Kelsey is also a fighter. The coach is telling me, hey, all Mike and Kelsey do is train and fight. They eat, sleep, and breathe it as they miss some shots there. A little bit of swelling on the right eye of Capone here early on. Meanwhile, for Haley, he's 9-1. That's our kind of kid right there.
You know, he's a fierce competitor. This guy has good hands. You've seen already throw a couple leg kicks that landed pretty hard. You know, good takedown defense. What I love about him is he's a scrambler. Nice keep. Right now, just trying to find his range.
He's got good cardio. He's tough and scrappy. Adapts really well with striking.
Single leg there by Capone. I mean, he's really got to go to something else right now. There you go. Switch to the outside. See if he can come up. Oh, nice finish.
Capone didn't want to give up on that takedown.
You know, wrestlers don't. Especially if the hamshell rolls right into that wrestling spot. Put the hook in. This is kind of comfort zone for a wrestler here. Hook in. You know, in wrestling, we call that a guillotine. Right here, we call that a twister. Ooh, almost sunk in that twister.
Some things are self-explanatory. Twister being one of them right there. And, you know, giving up your back to a guy with the strength and the abilities of Michael Capone. It's pretty high up on his back,
Capone's
though.
up high. What he needs to do is break him down. What Adrian needs to do is just shake him off. What you do is you bounce him and get him going forward. Or go back the other way.
Trying to hold on to that leg
nice
is
scramble.
Capone, but unable to do it. Good scramble by Haley, trying to free himself, and Capone staying one step ahead. Great job. I thought he had lost it for a minute there with Haley fighting hard, but Capone able to maintain dominant position here, although a little bit awkwardly, to say the least.
I mean, this is that wrestler comfort zone. Both hooks in.
He's got that body triangle looking for a rear naked.
Yeah, got both those hooks in, looking to ground and pound, look for wrist, really just looking to control. Beat him up on top.
Come to the end of round number one. A very good round for Michael Gangster Capone of Virginia against Florida's Adrian Haley. Round number one, solid wrestling and very good control on the ground for Michael Capone.
Precision beats power, and timing beats speed. Now is the time to invest in the Elite Amateur Fight League, the NCAA version of mixed martial arts. Imagine a world without a college football national champ or without March Madness. Now is your opportunity to become part of the ownership group that brings that Final Four excitement to the sport of MMA. Come be part of the only national amateur MMA league in the country. Be part of sports history. Own a piece of the Elite Amateur Fight League. The future fights here. Invest today on WeFunder.com.
Just getting underway with season 3. Jackson Wink in New Mexico won it last year. They beat Team Alpha Male of Northern California, which had knocked off Southern California, the defending champs, in the semifinals. Jackson Wink back this year. Alpha Male's not. Those amateurs all went pro. They need to restock that system a little bit. And Jackson Wink back to defend their title. We'll have more matchups coming soon in Arizona with WFF MMA in Phoenix. A team heavy with MMA lab fighters, John Crouch and Benson Henderson coaching for Arizona this year. American top team joining the league, Virginia joining the league, and this speaks to our point in the open, Frankie, with that message that was sent in the opening round by Capone. Virginia's here to fight. We don't care if you're American top team or not. We don't care about your reputation. We don't care if people are afraid of you. We're not. And you can see Capone again went in for the takedown. Of course, clearly Haley wants to keep this on the feet.
You know, I like what Adrian's doing. He's trying to keep him away with that jab. I'm sure his coaches said, hey, let's stick him with that jab. Every time you're throwing that jab, you're sticking him. You know, and it's a nice way to keep wrestlers away from you. See, you throw that right hand, they get right underneath it.
A single leg and a trip, though.
Yeah,
Number 2 for Capone.
And that's right into that control. You know, good control on top. Oh, looking to throw up that triangle is Adrian there. Has both hands in. Capone needs to kind of keep, oh, there we go, he's out.
Virginia's fighters used to fighting. They have some of the most liberal rules in America for amateur MMA. Knees, elbows, all the restrictions you get in other states. Things like shin guards, rash guards, you don't see that here.
Oh, man, when I'm looking, oh, there we go, looking for the neck. Right now he needs to get under the arms, look for the wrist, control the wrist, and really attack that neck. You know, up here is a position where they kind of got high earlier. He's a little high right now, but it seems like that's where he likes to be.
Capone with some nasty wrestling, but a reversal there by Adrian Haley. A little bit of a contortionist moving in midair, and now he postures up, looking to throw strikes down on Capone.
What I liked about Adrian's previous fights is he scrambles. He's a scrambler. He'll scramble his way to the top position, or he'll scramble his way to his feet. And he rains down punches from that ground and pound. He's got long arms. Oh, these are straight shots to the face, Jim.
Yeah, and knees to the body, as you saw. Those are legal here. Great job by Adrian Haley. Was the victim of his second takedown of the fight, but reversed it. Now in a very good position with Michael Capone pinned against the cage. He's on top. He's hit him with some big shots already as Capone scrambling to get to his feet. Trying to get that base underneath him.
Yeah, Capone needs to get up from here. Nice control there on top by Adrian. You know, just really digging those hips in, keeping that pressure on him.
Didn't really fight Capone as Capone stood up there.
Now he wants it back to his feet. Nice knees from the clinch.
Good knees by Adrian Haley, reclaiming control of his fight in round number 2. Again, shooting in for the single leg was Capone. Haley not having it. He's got to spin back here. Good job by Haley. You could hear his corner screaming at him.
And right back to that single leg. You know, Adrian did a good job by going to that whizzer, but he went back off the whizzer to attack that opposite arm. This kind of helps out Capone, where he's going to end up finishing the round on top. Nice double leg.
Adrian Haley re-establishing himself here in round number 2. Kind of looks like he would have this one 1-1 after 2 rounds, Frankie, but really impressed with Capone able to get those takedowns, but Haley's reversal from the bottom, able to flip back over and end up on top, posturing up and throwing some really heavy strikes there in round number 2. Now, I mean, it looks pretty even. I mean, both guys equally winded. Each guy to me has a round. What are you looking for heading into round number 3?
Yeah, I'm looking for more of the same. I'm sure Capone's looking for that takedown, and Adrian's trying to avoid it. He really needs to get on that jab, keep him away with that distance, and really start opening up on the stand-up. You know, more kicks. I want to see more combinations with those punches instead of just those one punches. Let's follow something up with that jab.
20 years old, been fighting for 5 years. You have to be 18 to actually fight in Florida, but he's been training since 15. As you see those kicks coming, maybe he was listening to you. I'm sure his coach has told him the same thing. Those leg kicks will loosen it up a little bit, especially when somebody's already tired. Another one almost buckled the knee of the gangster Michael Capone. And another one from Haley.
Nice heavy kicks by Adrian. You know, he just needs to keep it going. You know, don't get lazy, keep that movement, don't get up against the fence just like this, because Capone wants that double leg, he wants to take you down.
And he got it there, got a single, and rides him to the ground, and that was unfortunate for Haley. You saw Capone punching into the takedown when Haley ducked down. He should have been in position to defend the takedown.
And that's a bad position. He has one hook in, has the opposite wrist. I mean, there's nowhere for Adrian to go right now. He could just kind of camp out on top and really just punch from here. Make Adrian work to get to his feet.
Almost at the minute-and-a-half mark.
Adrian's doing the right thing, getting his back to the fence, but right now he's got to stand up. You know, he's really got to dig deep right now, get his feet on the mat, and get up. Capone's doing a good job by really just pressuring with the hips and making him go one direction.
Yeah, and with your back against the fence when you're pushing up, it gives you a little more leverage. There's Haley up on his feet, trying to defend himself against those punches as well.
Get that back against the fence, Adrian. Swim that hook through, get out the fence, and let's finish the fight strong with the little stand-up flurry.
Oh, he misses with the big right and gets taken down again. Takedowns might end up being the difference in this fight, and if that's the case, it'll be Capone putting Virginia on top early. But this one, both guys looking good. Looks like we're maybe going to go with a distance here, and it's been a battle of Capone trying to control with his wrestling, and Haley really defending against it and landing some shots in the meantime, but been unable to escape here in round number 3.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a good game plan by Capone. I mean, just sticking to his strengths, you know, trying to take it down. He knows he don't want any part of Adrian on his feet, so he's taking it to the ground.
Haley looks exhausted out there. I don't see a sense of urgency from him. He needs it if he's going to have any chance here against Capone late in this fight.
He really needs to get working. I mean, this really isn't doing much. He's got to get out. He's got to break away. He's got to find a way to get Capone to the middle of the cage or back him on the cage. Right now, he's just losing right here on his butt. You know, it's just precious time ticking off the clock.
10 seconds remaining in the fight. Doesn't look like Haley's going to make it back to his feet in a position to do anything about it as we come to a close. Fight number 1 here in Virginia Beach is in the books. Michael Capone of Virginia looking really good on the ground, especially in rounds 1 and 3 against Adrian Haley of Florida, who had some moments, particularly in round number 2. But the hometown fans letting Michael Capone hear it, Frankie, because they think he did enough to give Virginia the early 4-0 lead.
I mean, Capone's a scrapper. You know, he's going to be looking for that takedown. You know, all fight, there was no secret. I mean, Adrian knew he was going to shoot that takedown. You just got to stop the takedown. And that's a good way to get through your amateur career. A lot of wrestlers do it. I did it. You know, I mean, you got one punch, takedown, one punch, takedown. That's going to win you a few fights and just stay in shape.
Just to reiterate to you, you get 6 points for a finish of any kind, 4 points for unanimous decision, 3 points for a split. So the judge is having some serious impact here, Frankie, whether it's 4 points or 3 for whichever team ends up winning this first fight.
Just like an old-fashioned wrestling duel.
That's why you love it so much,
I've been
right?
a part of a lot of those.
Let's go up to the cage for the official decision.
We go to the scorecards. Our judges at cage side scored this bout 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Mike Capone.
Michael Capone, as expected, gets Virginia on the board first. Unanimous decision, Frankie. 4-0. Virginia up over Florida after one fight.
We'll be back with Fight 2 after the break.